Hi everyone, we're going to learn about nocturnal and diurnal animals today. As you can see beside me, this is the last march. We're going to use this picture to learn about these two topics. So first what you're going to do is you're going to see what the difference between nocturnal and diurnal is. After you're done discussing what nocturnal and diurnal animals are, you're going to see why some animals are nocturnal and why some are diurnal. Alright students, now you're going to pull out your journals and write down whether you're a night person or a day person, and whether you enjoy the day or the night better, and why. Now you're going to grab a partner and you're going to discuss some common phrases like early bird gets the worm or night owl, and try to come up with some of your own. Now with your partner, you're going to discuss whether humans are nocturnal or diurnal. Alright everyone, now we're going to look at this picture and decide why Frederic Remington decided to call it the last march. Alright everyone, now we're going to see why a wolf would eat a horse, why they would try to eat them at night, and why is a horse a good source of food for a wolf. Alright guys, last thing today. You're just going to write down 3 things that you learned today on a piece of paper and hand it in to your teacher.
As you can see, this is a painting by Frederic Remington from 1889, and it's called The Full-Dressed Engineer. Now, do you think this person is a hero? What makes a person a hero? Now, teachers, now would be a good time to discuss with your students what makes a good hero and the qualities of a good hero. Now have your students create a web of the different character traits that define a hero. Here are a few pictures of heroes that Frederic Remington painted. Now, which one is your favorite? Now, write down the title of the painting, describe it, and explain why you think that there's a hero in that painting, and what makes that hero special. Now create a story about the hero that you liked most in Frederic Remington's paintings. Make sure to explain the conflict and resolution of the conflict, as well as the character traits of that hero. Write down 3 things that you learned from this lesson.
Alright students, what we're going to do today is learn how humans affect the environment. First, what we're going to do is discuss how humans affect the environment once they move into it. Discuss as a group. Alright teachers, now what you're going to do is find a picture of a forest and discuss what non-living things are and living things are, and how they both impact the environment. Now here are a few pictures of Frederic Remington's pictures of cabins and getaways. Now students, you're going to choose which cabin or getaway is your favorite, and make sure to explain why it's your favorite. Alright students, now what you're going to do is write down 3 ways that humans impact the environment and how they have impacted the environment. Alright students, now what you're going to do is draw a picture of your home. Then you're going to write a brief paragraph of how your home meets your needs and how it affects the environment. Alright Alright students, the last thing that we're going to do today is list 3 things that you learned from your lesson today.
Hi kids! Today we're going to be talking about cabin building. Here are a few pictures of some paintings that Frederic Remington did of cabins. How do you think that the logs were placed when they were building the cabins? Now get into groups of 2 or 3 and create a Lincoln log cabin. Here's a version of a Lincoln log cabin. After you made the cabin, measure the perimeter of your cabin. Also, measure the area. What angles are made on the corners of your cabin? Now, measure the height, width, and length of the cabin that you made. This is the end of the lesson, so now write 3 interesting things that you learned from today's lesson. Frederic Remington was a painter. He used a variety of different colors while he was painting. Here are some paint tubes. How many paint tubes do you see here? This is a painting created by Frederic Remington. This painting is called Prospectors Making Frying Pan Bread. Now in this painting, there are horses and there are people. How many horses do you count in this painting? How many people do you see? Are there more horses than people? Or are there more people than horses? Frederic Remington loved to paint pictures and create sculptures of cowboys. Cowboys love to wear hats. How many hats do you see here? Cowboys also love horses, and they love to ride horses. Now create a painting, a figure painting of a horse. How many men do you see on these magnets?
Alright students, we're going to learn about the St. Lawrence River today. Right now we're going to show you a picture that Frederic Douglass painted. What do you think the men in this painting are doing? Why do you think they're doing it? And why do you think they need the river? Right now, get into groups and discuss these 3 questions. Why do the people in the picture need the river? What kind of things live and grow in the river? What types of ways have you interacted with the water? Fishing? Swimming? Come up with some of your own. Alright students, last activity. Just write 3 things on a piece of paper that you learned today.